Hello, we are José Pablo, Eduardo, Raúl, Luis Javier, y Enrique. And our topic is high-speed train and its political involvement in Mexico, in which we are going to talk about the government organizations, the political impact, the impact of the economic, and the several roads.
Back in 2012, when Enrique Peña Nieto was named president of Mexico, he decided to start his government with the right foot. Aside of many other proposals, he ordered the beginning of the fast train from Mexico to Querétaro. Mexico being the capital city and is the economical and political stability of our country, and Querétaro being known to be the future of our economic growth, as well as an interesting point of international economical point. The fast train is an amazing project, and it will begin from Mexico to Querétaro, but with a futuristic point of view from Monterrey, Guadalajara, and even Puebla. It will be the major futuristic railroad activities in Mexico. We can go back in history and remember our president, Porfirio Diaz, who started this type of transportation. This type of transportation back in the days in Porfirio Diaz government increased exponentially the growth of the economy in Mexico. So Enrique Peña Nieto wants to try this in our country, starting with this fast train from Querétaro to Monterrey. One of the main corporations that are interested in this project are mainly Mexican, but this Chinese corporation is the one that is ahead of all because they have a lot of experience in their own country in China, with more than 1,500 miles of railroad. This project must be finished before the end of Enrique Peña Nieto's government in 2018, and he's trying to make this attractive so people start reusing the railroad in Mexico as an eco-friendly and a cheaper way of traveling around Mexico.
One of the main reasons why the government was forced to do this new train was to recreate the order and way to be transportation, which was overwhelmed by planes and cars. This helps the environment, reducing the CO2 emissions from cars usage without the roads to Mexico to Querétaro, which plays a big role in the big health to degradation atmosphere. With this new project, every year there will be 95,000 of tons of CO2 avoided to be released to the atmosphere in this road, not to mention what really releases to the atmosphere.
Mexico has announced one of the most important projects of the President Enrique Peña Nieto's presidential term until now. This project is about the high-speed train that travels approximately at 300 kilometers per hour, that will try to connect Mexico City and Guadalajara with certain stops in the cities of Querétaro, Guanajuato, León, and Irapuato. The last part of the project is making a rail to the coast of Yucatan that will have the half of the speed of the train between Mexico and Guadalajara. The first part of the project is Mexico-Querétaro. The rail to Querétaro is about 218 kilometers, that approximated will take a time of about 2 hours and 25 minutes, saving people's time and money. This train is expected to transport 23,000 passengers a day with a ticket of 240 pesos that will benefit the country's economy. It will generate 20,000 direct jobs and 18,000 cars off the roads, once again reducing the CO2 emissions from cars and planes. It will be one of the most important benefits to Mexico and to the world. This high speed stimulates the economy's because in Mexico, unemployment rate is a little bit high. But with this project, the unemployment rate will decrease. As it's right now, the government, along with Enrique Peña Nieto's term, is playing a big role on making this project happen.
This project is held by governmental organizations such as the Secretariat of Communication and Transportation, SCT, which is charged of national situations including highways, ports, and train and railroads. This federal organization is trying to pursue the project, and it will try to make sure the entire lineage is being followed. Since there was no previous project available within the country, the SCT required China to look after projects, and a federal Chinese organization step in, which is interested in participating on the project. The Chinese corporation had realized that such project has almost same magnitudes as they had in their own country. For example, we have the high-speed train, which is located in Shanghai. It has been a success. Many other countries are trying to look after China, and they're trying to have a high-speed train. For example, Japan has made a train that goes speed over 300 kilometers per hour, and they're hoping to increase it to 500 kilometers per hour. As well as many other countries have been competing over since, like massive trains in Europe, and for example, they have one in Germany and another one in Spain.
The high-speed train is an ambitious project. This project pretends to join in a more efficient way the capital of the country, the DF, with the industrial sector of the Bajío Zone, which has developed rapidly on the automobile industry and the aeronautic industry. The Bajío Zone has had a rapid industrial growth since the year 2000. It is because of the geographic localization of the states and the closest to the US. The industries are international companies established in these zones. For example, in Guanajuato, La Honda established an assembly line of automobiles, and the Mazda, another automobile industry, is released the same project in Salamanca, as well as many others just established in the Bajío Zone. Is found the oil refinery in Salamanca, which drives in a lot of jobs. For this and many other particular reasons, the government involvement on this project is essential to reduce the cost and the time with the traveling by this high-speed train. Some of the things that are not published to the public is that the government of Enrique Peña Nieto is a little worried that there are a few companies interested of the project, of what they want to do on their own way. In the case of China wants to have almost every part of the train and liberty of construction under their measures, which causes an internal governance issues between Mexico and China. Most of the time, China's companies don't look at the environment problems and when they are away from home. So that is a political issues. In conclusion, Mexico government is doing everything possible to put all the cards on the table and regulate all those issues.